Argentinian nuns accused of abusing at least 20 deaf children. On May 3rd, 2 Argentine nuns of the Provolo Institute in western Mendoza went to trial for their part in the sexual exploitation of at least 20 deaf children. The abuse took place under their care between 2004 and 2016. That stood out to me because oftentimes when we're covering news about like Catholic sexual abuse, like usually happened like 20, 30 years ago. I was like, no, this is very recent. Kumiko Kosaka, a 46-year-old Japanese nun, is the main accused on trial, facing charges of aggravated sexual violation and covering up the crimes. Argentine sister Paraguayan Asuncion Martinez, 53, is also accused of exploiting minors and hiding the crimes. 7 other accused female employees joined the embattled nuns, including the Institute's legal representative, in-house psychologist, cook, all 4 directors, for their complicit role in the frequent abuse in the school. In 2019, Argentine priest Horacio Corbacho, 60, and Italian clergyman Nicola Corradi, 84, were sentenced to more than 40 years in prison for fostering a society of sexual exploitation and harassment within the Provolo Institute. The Provolo Institute was established in 1995 in Mendoza. The boarding school granted free education to underprivileged children with hearing and speech impediments. The facility has since closed.
Okay, look at what I have on the screen. Read this. Look the place I paused the video. Read this.
It says gold cross necklaces as a signal to other clergy. No,
that the children were prior victims and optimal targets for more abuse. Are you freaking serious? They use gold crosses to signal to other. This is not real. This is not real life. To other clergy, they use gold crosses to be like, they marked the children with gold crosses. I'm so speechless right now. I don't know what to say. Optimal target for more abuse.
Hey guys, if you're a fan of blasphemy and sexy Kali, like me, then that means that you probably want more blasphemous art. Well, I have good news for you. If you subscribe to our newsletter, link in the description below, then you get a free booklet of some of the tastiest blasphemous art available today. So, if you want some of this delicious blasphemy, and we're so generous that we update it for you guys weekly for free, all you have to do is sign up for our newsletter below. You can also go to blasphemousart.com/ebook. That's blasphemousart.com/ebook. Sign up with your email, and you get free gifts of this tasty blasphemy. What could be better? So make sure you sign up. Link below.
How do you not think that you're evil? You're using the symbol of your religion, which is a cross, to mark children for sexual abuse. I don't understand how evil you can be. Like, how many people were involved? How did these people
so many people are going to trial for this. So many people are going to trial for this.
How many people? How do these people live with themselves? Like, I don't understand. I don't like this level of evil is not. It should not be humanly possible.
They didn't teach the kids sign language, so they couldn't ask for help.
They didn't teach them sign language so that they can't ask
They're
for
literally children who cannot
help.
communicate to anyone what's happening to them.
I have no words. So it's like I have like no words. I don't know what to say. Like I want to like call it like get triggered and call it out, but I just think like there's no reaction that will be enough. Like I want to get angry and like shout at the screen, but I just think like it would just all of it will fall short. Like this is too much. Like I don't know if we can top this. Holy
Some
crap.
victims were as young as 4 years old.
This cannot be real. This is just too evil to be real.
Yeah.
Like you can't write a story. Like if you write a story like this, people will call it bad writing because you made the evil people seem too evil. That it wouldn't be true in the real world. You know what I mean? You went too overboard with making the people evil. That doesn't reflect reality. That's how bad this is. God damn it. How is this not headline news everywhere?
I think it was higher in the news when the main priests behind it were sentenced to prison in 2019. And I don't know if there's a better way to put this, but the only good thing is that they are prosecuting, it seems like, everyone. It seems like they're just clearing house. So obviously, not obviously, two of the biggest perpetrators were this priest and this clergyman. And so, but they didn't stop there. They're going after everyone involved. They're going after anyone who was complicit, who knew about it, covered up anything. So that includes the facility's own psychologist. That includes their legal representatives. It includes even their cook. Yeah.
I don't know. Honestly, if you are like a Catholic right now in Argentina, and after hearing this, I'm hoping that is this headline news at least in Argentina?
I don't know. I don't follow Spanish.
I mean, if you still donate to the church after this, then you go.
And guys, this is the country that the current Pope hails from.
Is the Pope saying anything about this?
I can't remember. But I mean, I do know that he's talked about the general problems.
Just shut it the whole thing down.
How specific he got.
Shut it down.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you're the Pope, if you have any conscience, you should just come out one day and say, you guys, we're closing down the Vatican. This was an experiment. It did not work. This is a crime against humanity. This whole organization is a failure. It's one of the worst things that humanity has to offer. We're closing down the Catholic Church. We're closing down the Vatican. I should be ashamed. Every single one of you that has ever participated in any Catholic church or donated to it should go and reflect on what you're supporting and be ashamed of your contribution to the world. And we're shutting this whole thing down. And the fact that we're shutting it down, if you're the Pope, if you do anything short of that, then you're evil, right? And you should be like, I'm sorry, I'm ashamed. I should have shut this whole thing down from day one. And the fact that we weren't forced to shut this whole organization down, it should be a shame on the modern society that I'm actually voluntarily now shutting this down, that we weren't forced to do it by powers that be.
And I feel like the Catholic Church has kind of tried to, there's just a multitude of ways in which it's tried to skirt its sexual abuse problem. But I think one way that they tried to spin it is that, you know, in the past probably 10 years, a lot of the stories that come out are stuff that happened, you know, in the 60s and the 70s and the 80s, you know, like, and those people are still alive. So I'm not trying to in any way like minimize or brush off what they went through. You know, they still live with like that trauma and PTSD like every day. But I think the church kind of tries to play it off as like, oh, you know, that was like a past generation. They also get to skirt it because a lot of those people have since died. And, you know, like, oh, we're taking efforts to address it. We're fixing it. That happened, you know, like 30, 40, 50 years ago. It's different now. This happened 2004 to what, 2016? Like, it's still a problem. They haven't fixed it. It's still ongoing.
Do we know if the Pope has even addressed this at all? Like this specific instance?
The rabid atheist is saying the Pope has said very little about this. Makes you wonder.
I mean, it's his country and it's his church. It doesn't get more relevant to Pope Francis than this. Honestly, how could he not? He should be on his knees now, crying and begging the whole world for forgiveness. This is... These motherfuckers talk about original sin. God fucking damn it. And then... I don't know. I don't know what else. I'm done with this story. I'm about to lose it. All right.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of articles about his like silence or even his role in abuse that was going on in Argentina. On a totally separate case. So
even if he's not part of it, the fact that he is even slightly, even if you're remote, even if you are a person that has heard stories like this and donated half a cent to the Catholic Church, congratulations, you're now part of this whole thing. You are involved in making all of this possible. Good job. Anyways.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. That was one of the news items where I was like, I don't even know if we should cover it this week because it's just so awful. But it wasn't getting a lot of attention. And I thought it was worthwhile to highlight, you know, how recent these crimes were committed, how recently this happened.
Hey guys, YouTube has fully demonetized their channel for supposedly hateful and harmful conduct, without telling us what we did wrong. If we get to 1,000 patrons, we will be able to keep paying all our team, our editors, our artists without ever having to worry about monetization again, which would be amazing. Yay! So please support Atheist Republic on Patreon. Link in the description below.